in healthcare. I also wanted to open my own trauma and grief center because have experienced so much grief, and just ensuring that those who are grieving know what grief is, they know how to grieve, and that they know that it is okay to grieve on their own terms, but not to stay in that grief.
Welcome to the Pastor Chira Show. I'm Pastor Chira, and today we launch. We launch into new territory. We launch into new mindset. We launch into new relationship. Are you ready to launch out? Come on and launch out with me as we go into this conversation on today. And can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell? Can you tell? Yes, because I'm very, very, very excited. So, and the reason why I'm excited is because we have not done this segment in a long time, and I have really missed doing this segment with our business owners. Yes. And in March, we celebrated Women's History Month. And, we had somebody on and we celebrated her, everything that she does. But I really wanted to get back to us showcasing those of us that have small business that's doing large things. Yes, small business that's doing large things. So what does that mean? It can't stay small too much longer. Listen, it just can't. And so I have someone today, yes, I do, who is doing very large things. Why? Because she just makes sure that beauty is everywhere. And she is a beauty all by herself. Do y'all want to know what I'm talking about? I know you want to know. You want. So let me just bring in the minister, Shantel Harden. Yes!
Hello.
Hey, lady! How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am awesome. Awesome sauce. I'm awesome sauce. And I'm better because you're here with me today. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited and I'm so grateful that you said yes to sit down for these couple of minutes and just have a candid conversation with little old me.
Definitely. I'm happy to be here as well.
I'm
have
excited.
A little chit-chat.
Yes.
I'm excited too.
Listen, but before we get started, can you just introduce yourself to the viewing audience?
Sure. My name is Minister Shantel Harden. I am a bio mom of 3 beautiful girls and bonus mom of a prince and a princess. Married the love of my life. We've been married for, 6, 7 years now. Felt like forever. I am minister in the Lord's Church at my church, Full Effect Gospel Ministries, where my bishop is Bishop Archie McGinnis II. By trade, I am a care manager director for children. I assist children who have mental health issues, complex trauma, and medically fragile as well. Just helping the families to bridge that wherever they may have issues with the care, ensuring that the family is receiving the services that they need to receive in order for the child to have a wonderful quality of life. As for my business, I am the proud owner, CEO of Grace Keratin Couture, LLC. We have been in business for 5 years, but I have been in fashion since the day that I was born. I love what I do. I love the people that I help and I assist, and it really makes me happy to share my products with those who come my way. And that's me in a nutshell.
Wow. Listen, you a little busy. You got a lot going on.
I am. 3-time degree getter as well, so my plate is full. But But I
3-time
want to
degree.
ensure that,
What do you have
yes,
degrees
I
in?
finished my master's degree last year, even while having 2 children during the pandemic. My master's in healthcare administration.
Wow. How do you like it? I mean, I heard you work with children and you do what you do, making sure that they have everything that you need. But how did you fall into healthcare?
I've always been an advocate since I was a little girl, from caring for my parents when they fell sick, my aunt at the hospital with them, going to school, even in junior high school, school, coming home, caretaking for them, going up to the hospital for them when they were admitted. And just always found myself just intrigued by how people care for others and how people
Mhm.
don't care for others. So I believe it became my passion because I wanted to inquire that every family was treated equally.
Right.
Unfortunately, my parents met their demise, my mom in 2006, my father in 2009, and I was
Mhm.
both parents before the age of 25. So for me, the advocate has always been in me, but I just want to make sure that these families, that their voices are heard,
Yes.
and that when they are in need of any type of need, whether it be in the hospital, at home, incarcerated, or in a mental asylum, that their voices being heard, their needs are being met, their plans of care are being executed. So this way, moving forward, they're resilient in everything that they do. And lastly,
Listen,
the end goal is to open my own funeral home because
really?
after all the, yeah, family businesses, it all comes together. My husband is a caterer, has been catering all his life. Harden's Cafe, LLC, Excellent Southern Cuisine. The little shameless plug right there for hubby. But it all comes together to have his catering services, the complex trauma and grief center, Grace Carrington Couture to dress the deceased, and then to have the funeral home. Everything just still ties in together. Money is constantly moving, legacy is building, and families are being helped from all arenas.
That is vision.
Yes.
You have vision, and that is amazing. That because
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, it literally all ties together: the healthcare piece, the grief piece, the funeral management piece, and the aftercare piece, because that is a
Yes.
whole that's a whole nother point, right?
Right.
When we lose someone, um, and we have the aftercare that we have to do, because it's not just
Mhm.
during that one point of time. It's a long
Right.
period of time. And so
Definitely.
how do you see that piece of the longevity of the care of those who are grieving and going through the process?
Well, the way I have envisioned it is that, similar to what I do now in care management, it will take that kind of framework as well. So
Hmm.
once the chickens stop coming, once the people stop calling, everybody pack up and go back down south or wherever they came from on Amtrak, you're still left there with a house full of clothes for the deceased, bills, and most of all, your emotions and your feelings, and you got to go back to work next
Yes.
week. So the whole vision is to provide. It goes back to the trauma and grief center will assign a grief counselor, a Christian grief counselor at that, to the family to where they will plan out a grief plan, things they have to
Wow.
do in the home, bills that they must take care of. If there's any property, getting a lawyer for that. If there's any policies, getting a lawyer for that. If there was a will and living testament, making sure that that's taken care of, everything is there. If there's an estate, ensure that they're the executor. If there's a next of kin, just make sure the whole family is together to decide the finances after death. That's one thing people, especially our people, don't like to talk about when it comes to death. Who got the money? We want to know who got the body, but who got the money? Who had a hidden policy? Who done ran off to Cancun a week after you done buried the body? That's who got the money.
What's
Then
under
they
the
find
mattress?
out
What's
exactly what's in the big back
what's in the
TV,
pocket?
all,
What's in the closet? In that
all of that
cut?
in the suitcase.
In
Is
the
it to get the
suitcase?
papers out of the suitcase? all of that stuff. We line them up with a counselor and a aftercare manager. That's what I want to call
Yes.
them. An aftercare manager who will assist the family with going through the necessary things first while they're
Wow.
still semi numb. No one's
Yeah.
feeling anything. We're just going through the motions. Then
Yeah.
after that, we sit them down, we crack it down. Okay, let's talk about how you're feeling. Let's talk about how you're deflecting. Let's talk about how this is affecting your family. How is it affecting your spouse? How is it affecting your decision with finances and your children if you haven't? So just to help them understand what grief is from all aspects, from the Bible, from the mental, the physical, the financial, and the
Mm-hmm.
emotional aspects of that. Right after, we're going to assign also an aftercare plan team. The aftercare plan team, hi baby. The aftercare plan team
Hi,
is
baby.
going to be always working. It's always what's going to be the team that's going to assist with housekeeping, money management. Not only that, someone who's going to take the laundry to the laundromat if they don't have a washer and dryer in the home.
Right.
Someone who's going to deal with work with them and for them, complete the documents, kind of like a social worker, let them know
Right.
how much time they need off while they're grieving and things of that nature. And then we're going to have a 30, 60, 90-day plan to see where they're at. And while they're also there within the program, they're going to actually have a therapist. I'm not looking at insurance. There's so many grants and programs that I'm
Wow.
pretty sure I can apply for as a 501c3 or
Right.
an Article 31 clinic, however which way I go with it,
Right.
that if you don't have coverage, we could do a sliding scale. Someone could do a donation for you to receive the care, but we must ensure that you receive this treatment and that you're not emotionally bleeding all over everyone that you come in contact with or grieving 30 years down the line. It's a lot.
You you are
It's a
doing,
lot.
my God, you
I
are
don't want
doing
people to
amazing
feel the
stuff.
stagnation that I felt after I lost my parents.
That's the point. Yeah.
So with that, also I'm the only child. So my last parent to go was my dad. So after I lost him, I asked my boyfriend, who's my husband now,
Right.
I was like, who do I take care of now? He said, you. I was like, how do I do that? But I've been so stuck in just the autonomy of caring for others that it was like,
I don't
okay,
know
where
what to
do I
do now.
start? Where
Yeah.
do I start? So for those who don't know where to start, I want to make sure that I provide that space for them.
Listen, this is amazing. And I don't even want to stop this conversation, but we gotta go. We gotta go to a commercial break. We're gonna go to a commercial. And this is such a wealth because this is so important for so many people to understand that there are those that care beyond the grief and that will
Yes.
be there and that are there. But we're going to go to commercial. And on the other side, we're going to talk about the other parts of your business and what you do, right?
Yes.
In Grace Carrington Couture. So
Yes.
we're going to a commercial and we will be right back.
Who is he who gives sight to the blind? Takes something broken and makes it beautiful. I'm overwhelmed by the weight of your glory. Who is he who can right every wrong? The only one worthy of all of our love. The one who paid it all. He is. He is Savior, and He is friend. He is Father, the great I am. Jesus, His name is Jesus.
We're back. And here we go right back into our conversation with Minister Shantel Harden. And you gave us a wealth of information on just the process and grief and healthcare and just everything and where your vision is. Your vision is so amazing. And so even with that, I mean, amazing. We're just going to have to take and just duplicate you everywhere because you can't just stay in New York and Brooklyn. You're going to have to come down here to Pennsylvania. You're going to have to go down south. You're going to have to go to the Midwest and the West Coast. You're just going to have to duplicate this service everywhere because this is specialty services that are definitely needed, not just in the kingdom of God, but in the world. Because people just need to know that they're cared about, that they're loved, and that somebody is there for them in these times of need. Mm-hmm. And so even with that, you have a whole collection and a whole business of Grace Carrington Couture. And you said kind of how it ties in with the broader vision, but this vision has already manifested. So how did Grace Carrington come to life?
It started off with one question at church. Oh, can I have your brooch? And the answer was, no, you cannot. I'm not taking it off of me. But it's as I love to dress. I love to look my best for the Savior when I go to church. This is how I was raised since I was a little girl. So just adding a brooch or an accessory, which I like to call a finishing touch, to any outfit just makes it pop. It makes you stand out. And I feel that it completes your outfit. The name Grace Carrington Couture actually started as Grace Carrington Kingdom Kitty Clothing. Because my husband and I, especially my husband, he's the big shopper. So when it comes to dressing our girls, he always loved for them to dress differently from what he's seen other little girls dress as. So I was like, okay, we're doing all of this for them. We need to come up with a name. We need to come up with a business. And we just played around with names and we settled on Grace Carrington Couture, which are the middle names of our first two eldest daughters, Mariah Grace and Taylor Carrington. Then we added Couture. And our tagline is basically putting the finishing touches to any outfit because we believe that you should not dress for where you are, but you should always dress for where you're going. We've been in business for 5 years now, and it's been a roller coaster, but I really enjoy hearing people say, oh, well, I don't dress like that, or I don't add brooches like that. I'm like, here, put that on. Let me know what you think. Just getting them out of the box, getting them out of their comfort zone. The next thing you know, they tipping around with heels on, lashes. Oh, I need a big brooch. Okay, what color? I'll meet you where you're at. How many are you buying? Let's make a deal. So we started off with one little brooch, which was like a crown brooch. I called it the royalty brooch. And we have expanded to so many other items. Our brooches, as you see, they're big and gaudy on me. Our earrings, they're clip on. Our necklace sets. We have necklace sets.
I remember that.
So the table. And then I was like, all right, I need something else. I'm saying it's the finishing touch. What else are we going to do? So then I launched into lashes, all size lashes. Our most popular lash during our global gathering at Full Effect was the Miss Civic lash for official day because, as leaders, we can't wear the big old gaudy lash, modest as possible. So they were nice and short and thin. So my lashes go from Miss Civic to I just started wearing lashes. What can I wear? To I do this. I put them on in my sleep. Big old blinks. So I have that range. And I'm ever expanding. Like I literally pray about every item that I add to my inventory. And I'm like, okay, God, where are we going to go next? I don't want to feel stuck. I want to offer what the people need. So then we went into our luxury oils that come in two different sizes. This is our bestseller, this baby cakes. And then I also opened the line for men. This is gents. This is our number one seller right now that the men are loving. They buy it in bulk. The wives are probably fussing me out under their breath because as soon as they put it on, they have heads turning wherever they go. And I'm like, okay, I have the oils. I need to add to that now. What am I going to do? So then I added body butter to it. So every oil that I make has two different sizes, the 2 ounce and the 8 ounce jar. Every oil has a matching body butter or body souffle because that's the type of texture that it has to, like a souffle. It goes on very light, but then it ends up like a butter. So it moisturizes them skin, especially during the winter months. And some months we don't have the legs out. You don't want to wear the stockings to church. Just put some butter on. I just put a little bit on myself, and you see that shine.
It's
beautiful,
a little
all
shine, a
natural,
glow. Yes.
all natural. And then for Mother's Day and Father's Day, I expanded it and I did baskets like or boxes. So I added not only the oils, but you had the body souffles in two sizes. You had an all natural Castile based body wash, the loofahs. If it was for a female, they had a brooch or earring set inside the box and a personalized little flyer with their picture on it, a little happy birthday, happy Mother's Day. And for the gents, they had like a little toiletry bag with a loofah as well and a candle. So ever expanding, but the main thing about my business, I keep God first in everything that I do. And my I call him my underwriter, my husband. We sit and we discuss things like, what do you think? I want to be out here looking crazy. Maybe here, try this. Here,
Right.
smell. Oh, that smells nice. And then I have the sample. Like, where's the sample at? Oh no, that was for me.
Ain't nobody else getting that. That's mine.
Okay.
Right.
And even like I like to include my family in what I do. The last oil we came out with, Sir Wealthy, which is available in this size as well. He actually curated that one. So
Wow.
every oil for the men has a name. You have Gents, you have Vibes, you have Emperor, you have Sir Wealthy. Just names to empower them. And like for the men, every set just has like a different type of swag with it as well. Like the Emperor, you wear your everyday. Gents, that's your going out, your suit and tie attire. For
Yes.
Vibes, just the day you lounging around with the wife and the family. Then Sir Wealthy, we're making money moves with that. When you put that on a little bit, go handle your business.
Yeah.
But everyone has a different name. I try to, appease men and female. So this way, and even some of the females, they like gents for themselves. Like they sharing it with their man. Like one of the ladies
Right.
in my church, she was like, "Oh, we share it together." I said, "Sis, just here's a sample. Let him
Right.
have this one.
Yeah.
Or you just monitor
Get
how
your
much he
own.
used because so as he go outside, he gets compliments. You get a little, don't get upset. Once they compliment him, they complimenting you too. It's
Yeah.
okay. Because if you want something, I got something for you too. Here, smell this.
We got ladies and
And
gents. How about
right.
that?
And I actually paired it like that. I believe it was for last year, Valentine's Day. When I first came out with gents, I came out with dolls because I always call my
Oh,
lady patrons dolls, and I call the guys gents. So it was sold as a set together,
oh, I love it.
and the oils are moving. All of my oils are uncut,
So
very
do
fragrant.
you
They
create
last
your
24
oils?
hours.
You create
Yes,
your
I do. I
oils.
make my own oils.
Listen, I thank you so much for
Thank you.
all that you have shared with us here. I am better because of this conversation. You have
I am blessed.
enlightened me, you have inspired me, you have encouraged me. I appreciate you so, 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 so much for just being the doll that you are. But
Thank you.
listen, you showed so much. Where can everyone purchase your product and how can they be in touch with you?
They could purchase my product at our website, www.gracecharactercouture.com. They can follow me on Instagram. There, our name is Grace _Carrington_ Couture, and on Facebook as well, Grace Carrington Couture. For payment purposes, we also do accept Klarna and Afterpay, Sezzle, and all that wonderful stuff. So don't limit yourself. Don't put a boundary on yourself. Spoil yourself. I'll help you figure out how.
That's right. Because we need to treat ourselves and spoil ourselves.
Yes. Treat yourself.
Yes. Listen, this was amazing. You are amazing.
Thank you.
You already know I love you. You already know.
And I love you as well.
I thank you so much for sharing your time, your talent, your knowledge, your wisdom, and more importantly, your love.
Yes.
Because I know that everyone that heard you speak today felt the love in everything that you said. And I thank you for loving the way that you do, but showing it so that people feel it, so that no matter what's going on, they know that they can make it because they have you that's encouraging them and inspiring them.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time and thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Oh, you coming back. Don't even worry about it. Listen.
In a different rope, in a different lash.
You heard her. You heard Minister Shantel Harden. Listen, there's so much that we go through. There's so much that we deal with. And we all need to know that we have somebody that loves us, that cares about us, that's there for us, and that's going to help us through whatever time we're in. I know and I understand that we have God on our side at all times. He is there for us at all times. And sometimes we just need to see that face and hear that voice and lean on that shoulder so that we have that physical, so that we can get through the times that we're going through. Reach out, contact her, get your beauty stuff. I'm trying to tell you, it'll make you feel good. I'm Pastor Chira. This is the Pastor Chira Show, and I'll see you next week. God bless.